Today I'm going to show you exactly how I grow my online income in just 2 hours a day, because I know what it feels like to be completely overwhelmed and thinking that there's no way out. If you're exhausted from juggling everything that life throws at you, and you've convinced yourself that you'll never have time to build something better, I want you to know there's hope. And it doesn't require you to sacrifice the little free time you have left. I'm going to break down my exact daily routine, show you why this approach might be the exact thing you've been looking for. If we haven't met, hi, my name is Deb and I'm 55. When I started searching for a way to make money online, I was working long hours in a job I didn't enjoy. I was worried sick about retirement because my savings were nowhere near where they should be, and frankly wondering if I'd ever get to retire. When I discovered the Freedom Formula Blueprint, it was like a breath of fresh air and gave me hope that there was another way. Before we dive in, if you want to grab the blueprint, it shows you exactly how I set this whole business up. Even as a total beginner, you can get the link in the description below. Let me start by addressing the biggest myth about making money online. You don't need to quit your job and work 12 hours a day to see real results. I used to lie awake at night with my mind racing of all the things that I needed to do the next day. And it's this business that taught me about income earning activities. These are specific tasks that directly generate money, not just busy work that makes you feel like you're being productive. During my 2-hour workday, I focus on exactly 3 things: creating helpful content and posting it, answering emails and comments, and copying and pasting free ads. This approach forces you to be efficient. When you only have 2 hours, you can't waste time on activities that don't produce income. This constraint actually becomes your superpower. It eliminates overwhelm and keeps you super focused on what you need to do. So if you're thinking, okay, that makes sense, but I need to know how it all fits together, grab my Freedom Formula Blueprint below. It's the exact guide I used when I started, and it breaks everything down step by step. You're overwhelmed right now, thinking there's no way you could possibly add one more thing to your plate. I get it. I remember when I started my search to make money online. I was working long hours in a job I didn't enjoy, earning commission only, and I was stressed. I just wasn't happy with where I was at that stage in my life. And when I discovered this business, it made sense to me, and I decided to jump in. The key is building a business model that runs on automation from day one. I use a pre-built system for everything: automated email sequences that nurture leads, sales pages that handle all the selling, and digital products that deliver themselves directly after purchase. My role is to simply drive traffic to these automated systems. Because everything runs automatically, one piece of content I create during my 2-hour window can generate sales for weeks or even months. That's the power of combining focused effort and smart automation. This means you're not building a business that requires you to be present every minute of the day. You're building a system that works whether you're gardening, spending time with your grandkids, or on vacation. The 2-hour commitment is just for growth. The income generation happens around the clock. Now, I want to introduce you to Amy. She was working 2 jobs and struggling. Here's Amy.
And I sent in my personal information so they would build the website for me. They built the website. I got it back in 12 hours. Few short days after that, I earned that money back, my initial investment. And fast forward 5 weeks, I was still working 70 hours a week. And on that 5th week, I said, I've earned enough that I can quit my part-time job. So yes, yes. Oh my gosh, such a relief. So 5 weeks in, I quit my part-time. And then I really ramped up. I was able to give more time and more energy to the program. And that's exactly what I did. And I just seen it coming, and more and more and more. And that's when I said, you know what? I'm going to get rid of my full-time. But here's the deal, guys. When I started, I initially said, I'm going to do it for 3 years. That was my timeline. And then I moved my 3 years to 1 year. By the time my daughter graduated high school, that was going to be the time that I quit my full-time salary position. But I was earning so quickly that I thought, why not? Why? So I moved it down to 6 months and then I went down to 3 months. Guys, I did it in 8 weeks. 8 weeks. See, at that point, I had earned quite a bit at that point, and I said enough. And it was like an elephant had been lifted off of my chest, and I put in my resignation at 8 weeks for not one, but two jobs, guys, two jobs. And I got my family back full time. So, yeah. And to date, I am well over 5 figures, and my family is ecstatic about it. They've got their mama back after all these years, and I've got my freedom. I've got my freedom.
Isn't that incredible? If you've been telling yourself you're too busy to start an online business, you might actually be in the perfect position to succeed. Your time constraints will force you to focus on what actually matters, rather than getting lost in the non-essential activities that derail so many entrepreneurs. If you want to see exactly how to set up these automated systems and learn my complete 2-hour daily routine, I've got a free step-by-step training that walks you through everything. The link is in the description below. Now, let me share something with you that might surprise you about the type of content I create, because it's probably not what you're thinking. I don't create complicated videos or write lengthy blog posts. Instead, I focus on simple, helpful content that focuses on one specific problem my audience has. This might be a short social media post sharing a tip, a video answering a common question, or even just a thoughtful comment on someone else's content that positions me as helpful and knowledgeable. These simple pieces of content consistently generate new leads, and with my automation follow-up system, converts those leads into sales. Every piece of content is designed to attract and convert the right people, and you will learn how to do this in the training. The best part is you don't need to be a content creation expert or have years of experience. You just need to be willing to help people solve problems that you have already figured out. Your life experience and wisdom are more valuable than you realize, and there are people out there who need exactly what you have to offer. Here's the part that ties everything together, and it's the real secret why this 2-hour approach works so well for people our age. The entire system is designed around consistency rather than intensity. Instead of trying to work 8 to 10 hours one day and then burning out for the rest of the week, you're building a sustainable habit that you can maintain long term. 2 hours every day is manageable, even with a full-time job, family responsibilities, or health considerations. Consistent approach compounds over time, but the key is steady daily progress rather than sporadic bursts of activity. The people in our community who are making over $20,000 a month all use this same 2-hour income earning activity commitment. What I love most about this is that it fits into your life rather than taking it over. You're not sacrificing time with family or activities you enjoy. You're simply adding a focused income generating activity that gradually creates the financial freedom to do more of what you love. Listen, if you've been waiting for the perfect time to start an online business, when you have fewer responsibilities and more free time, that time might never come. But if you can commit to just 2 focused hours, you can start building a real income right now, alongside everything else you are already doing. The question isn't whether you have enough time, it's whether you're ready to use the time you have more strategically. Okay, quick question. What's currently taking up most of your time during the day? And where do you think you could find those 2 hours of focused activity? Let me know in the comments, because I'd love to help you identify the best time slots that would work with your current schedule. And remember, if you want the complete breakdown of my 2-hour daily routine and all the automated systems that make it possible, grab that free training in the description below. It's designed for people specifically who want to grow an online business without turning their life upside down.